Howdy ho YouTube, Major Cord here. Today I'm going to be doing an entry into MrJimbofox's Kershaw 3/4 ton giveaway. First off, I apologize for all the background noise. I think someone's running a lawnmower outside my window, which is really confusing because it appears to be the middle of monsoon season. But yeah, so that's happening and there's really no way I can control that, but let's just get down to the meat of this video. To enter this contest, we need to do three things, and the first thing is to show our favorite Kershaw knife. And mine, without a doubt, would have to be the Kershaw Ram. I actually picked up this knife as a blem knife from Kershawguy.com, and I'm just going to throw that website in the description box because I think it's a very awesome website, and you can get some brand new Kershaw knives that are marked as blem knives, and I will attempt to focus in on that. You can see here by the quadruple X marking, which basically means that Kershaw deemed something was wrong with them, so they are sold at a very discounted price. And I honestly have no idea what's wrong with this Ram. It's in perfect condition as far as I can tell. But I think the normal retail price of the Ram is somewhere around 50 or 60 bucks. I got this for 35. So Kershawguy.com is certainly a good source for your Kershaw knives if you don't mind the possibility of some minor defect. But I love the Ram. It's just about the right size for an EDC knife for me. The blade, is just about 3 inches. It might be slightly under or over. I chose the black-coated blade because 14C28N is slightly prone to rusting, I believe, and I just didn't want to chance it. Given that I do live in a slightly humid climate, and you know, if I were to store this for a long period of time, I didn't want to risk anything rusting. But what I really love about this knife is that this blade steel, and just the way this blade is shaped and ground, it takes such a keen edge. Do I have phone book paper lying around? Yes, I do. Somewhere. Obviously, I was not prepared for this video. But if I were to take phone book paper, and, you know, this has been my EDC knife for the past couple weeks, so I haven't really stropped it or honed it recently, but it just takes such a keen edge and holds it for such a long time that this blade steel specifically to me is such a wonderful EDC steel, and the knife itself is so well designed. This Hawk Lock, I believe it's called, is just so easy to use, and the knife itself deploys so smoothly. I believe Gavco has in one of his videos, he deployed it with his pinky, and I can try to do that. I don't think I'm going to be... There we go. So it just deploys so fast and so smoothly. Between where the lock disengages for the detent and where it engages to lock the knife is just so smooth. So it's a brilliantly designed knife. Not to give a full review of the knife, but the only real knock I can give is that it retains in the pocket a bit too well on the G10 here. But it's probably one of my favorite carry knives, and definitely my favorite Kershaw knife. So that out of the way. Actually, you guys can just sit and look at that. Kershaw as a company, I love because they offer so many budget-friendly knives. If you look through their catalog, you see a whole slew of knives around the $20 price point, some a bit more, some a bit less. The Skyline in particular, that's actually a USA-produced knife, which markets, I believe, about 30 bucks, $35, which is made of the same blade steel as this. But a lot of Chinese-produced knives with HCR13 blade steel that come in around $18 to $25, which is about the sweet spot that a lot of people who are getting introduced to knives will be purchasing blades. And I think it's good to have a lot of knives available to those people who would otherwise be purchasing cheap, crappy knives, to put it simply. And making higher quality knives available to them is a good thing in my opinion. So I'm really glad that Kershaw does that and has a lot of knives available at a good price. And they're good quality knives. I own quite a few myself. What I will say is that I wish they were different. And they've been doing a really good job in recent years. I haven't purchased a ton over the past year and a half, 2 years, just because my tastes have been changing. But I think I'd like to see a little more differentiation in the color selection of the lower price knives. I think the Ram was available in red at one point, but, you know, lower price knives like the Oso Suite, I don't even know if that's available anymore, but I think that was available in red at one point. You know, if you understand what I'm saying, it'd be nice to see different handle scales on their budget knives, basically. You know, blues, yellows, reds, greens, stuff like that. I know I'm not the only reviewer to say it, but a lot of companies who offer budget-friendly knives, a lot of those knives are basically your typical black G10 or FRN handled, you know, stone-washed or bead-blasted finished blade knives. They all look the same. So it'd be nice to see some differentiation there. But otherwise, I think, you know, the knives that Kershaw produces are really just a slam dunk. I don't have a ton to say negative about them, at least the ones that I own. I mean, there were a couple slip-ups here and there, like the first Crown that I bought was pretty bad, but the second one I got was fine. So, but that's to be expected with your overseas produced knives. It's just part of the game. And now we get to MrJimbofox, one of my good friends here on YouTube. Really the only suggestion I have to give to you in terms of improving your channel, I guess you could say, is to keep doing what you're doing. And to elaborate on that, I guess you could say there are many people I watch purely for their personality, and I guess you're one of them. And not to say that the content isn't important, but it's kind of evolved beyond that. Like originally, I tuned into Cutlery Lover because I liked knives, but at this point, I don't care. Like, I will literally watch any video that man puts out, and you are the same way. You could review knives, guns, a tuna fish sandwich, I will watch it. So, really, I think it's important at this point just to make videos about things that you're passionate about and, you know, have fun with it. And I think it definitely shows in what you're doing. Like the other day when you posted that video about the Cold War medical kit, and you could just tell you were having a good time. That, I think, is one of the most important things, and it definitely shows through in the video. So, any videos like that, I definitely enjoy seeing, and I hope to see a lot more of them. And, you know, you can obviously tell you enjoy knives and all that too, but those videos, I think, are my favorite. So, thank you very much for watching. All the information for MrJimbofox, Kershawguy, and all that will be in the description box. Yeah, take care.